After the Cleveland Cavaliers unexpectedly fired head coach David Blatt, they entrusted their championship hopes to assistant coach Tyronn Lue. While we documented the reasons for Blatt's dismissal, let's explore what exactly has been different since Lue took over. Looking at the numbers, when you line up a ton of analytics side by side, many things haven't changed at all. But these things caught my eye for their differences. You can see that the Cavs struggled to make field goals with Blatt as head coach, while they've made a significant jump since, and this is directly tied to field goal attempts as well. Accordingly, their points per game has moved into the top 10, and while their offensive rating has jumped up considerably, so has the rest of the league, so they've actually stayed in the same spot in that ranking over the last 14 games. Their defensive rating has fallen 6 points, and that would rank them 12th over the last 14 games. The Cavs have also shot better from the field. One reason is that Love has gotten a big bump in elbow touches, as has LeBron. By running high post splits with 2 or 3 of your 3 best players, the gravity will open up shots all over the floor for everybody. With the ball so close to the lane, it's very difficult for the defense to stop. Of interest, the Cavs have gone to the free throw line a whole lot less under Tyronn Lue, but have greatly reduced their turnovers per game. While the pace of the offense in the half court has appeared to speed up a bit, the actual number of possessions has barely moved, and they are almost dead last in that category either way. One big difference in minutes is that Kyrie has been healthy and has taken a lot of the minutes Dellavedova was forced to play, and his points per 36 have gone up accordingly. Kevin Love has also scored more often with all those new elbow touches, and it's LeBron who has sacrificed a few of his points, his terrible three-point shooting notwithstanding. In order to figure out why the offense has been better, I went through several hundred recent half-court possessions to get a sense of what's working and what's not. One thing that stood out right away is that there is still plenty of confusion by the Cavaliers when they try to run a new set. Guys are holding out their hands, other guys are pointing, and there's a lot of nothing happening for several seconds on quite a few of their possessions. It doesn't mean all hope is lost, since you've got LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Love out there, and their talent can help create scores in the most dire of situations. But the Cavaliers had better hope they can get everyone on the same page when the playoffs arrive. Because I can assure you, they cannot afford to waste possessions with guys not knowing where they're supposed to be to begin an offensive set. Against the top defensive teams, these trips down the floor will end in misery for them, or at the very least, rushed and forced shots with no time left on the shot clock. Let's just say, it's not something you can pin your title hopes to. There have been glimpses of recognizable offense, even some of Blatt's original stuff, like horns. Here we see JR initiate, and then instead of screening for LeBron, he curls around and gets the pin down in a wide open jump shot. But we haven't seen a ton of this set, and it hasn't always been pretty either, like this pistol action for Dellavedova. Tyronn Lue has gotten Love more aggressive in the offense. Rather than float on the perimeter like he often did with Coach Blatt, we're seeing more opportunities for him to quickly set ball screens and cut to the hoop. And he can also use the ball screen to pop into the flat for open threes when the defense hedges. Lue has thrown in some vanilla floppy sets, but they do serve to get Love good low post position after he sets the pin down, and Love had been starving to eat down there for some time. Even out of horns, you can see it flow into a LeBron Love pick and roll, which more often than not gets a switch and mismatch down low in the post, where he rolls up his sleeves, clocks in, and goes to work. Which brings us to the LeBron Love pick and roll. According to our friends at Vantage Sports, under Blatt, they ran this action almost 5.5 times per game with a positive outcome of a little over 17% of the time. Since Lue has taken over, they've bumped that up to 5.77 times a game, but the effectiveness has shot up to over 21% of either a point scored or free throws. They simplified some of their offense to just send Love over to screen for LeBron, and the defense is so concerned at leaving Love open for the pop that it results in a simple switch. This allows LeBron to find an isolation out top against a bigger, slower defender. It can also get Love down low against a mismatch, and if the defense tries to bump down to help, their two-man game can be absolutely lethal. And then there's the straight ISO post-up for Kevin Love, who can take small forwards to the block, use his strong body, and impose his will for buckets all day. I almost fell off my freaking chair when I saw the Cavaliers enter the ball into the low post and the passer cuts through the lane to screen for the weak side forward. This is pure triangle offense, folks. Why are they willing to run Blatt's offense now? I can't understand. And they ran blind pig against the Wizards, another triangle staple. So why did they reject his offense so quickly? Simply because they didn't like his personality? Some things that caught my eye. This is right out of the Mavericks playbook, where the point guard will enter to the wing, UCLA cut, then stop short and back screen the big man. This quickly collapses the defense and yields great shots at the rim. And even if they don't hit the big man on the initial cut, they can flow right into pick and roll, spread the floor, and hunt for great shots at the rim. The Cavs tore a page out of the Spurs playbook as well, running the loop for Kyrie Irving, and I like this wrinkle teams have added to it. The first screener sprints across the floor to ball screen, getting some daylight for their slick point guard. I caught them running hammer action out of this timeout, with LeBron driving baseline while Mozgov back screens for J.R. Smith for a corner three. This was well defended, however, so they'll have to get on the practice court to clean it up. And here's a lineup they have barely used since Lue took over, with Kevin Love at center, but you can see how easy it is to open up shots on the perimeter when the opposing center has to deal with guarding Kevin Love. Of course, it's an issue on the other end as well, but we've seen tangible evidence that Kevin Love has been playing with much more energy and desire, so this could be a thing. In the end, the question still remains, are the Cavs better since firing David Blatt? The most played lineup over the last 14 games has been Kyrie, LeBron, Love, Smith, and Thompson, with a very healthy plus 11.9 net rating. Mozgov has been a disappointment in most of his lineups, and we still haven't seen enough of LeBron playing in the power forward position. The slip in defense is very concerning and has given me serious concerns about their ability to stop either the Spurs or the Warriors when they make it to the NBA Finals. It's always hard to bet against a team with LeBron James on it, but if I had to lay money down, it would be on the Western Conference.